Some Emmerdale viewers are convinced that Mackenzie Boyd is still alive despite seemingly being killed off. He appeared to be bludgeoned to death by John Sugden on tonight's episode after being chased through the woods. John, played by Oliver Farnworth, followed Mack, Lawrence Robb, after he made a discovery about his background that connected him to the death of Nate Robinson, Jurel Carter, on the ITV show. Whilst pursued through the woodland, Mack was shot with an arrow by John and ended up begging for his life after the killer eventually caught up with him. Mack pleaded with John to let him live as he lay against a tree stump. John however said, "I really don't want to make you suffer any more than you have to." He was then seen raising a boulder above his head before slamming it down. John later returned to the village and wiped blood off the side of his van ahead of going abroad with Aaron Dingle, Danny Miller. What appeared to be a body under a sheet was seen in the back of the van, with more blood nearby. Mack had been on his way to a stag do in London when he crossed paths with John. Following John's return to the village, Charity Dingle, Emma Atkins, blamed Mack's absence from a party on him having chosen to visit the capital. Some viewers aren't convinced that Mack was killed by John though. One person wrote on X this evening, "Wait, is that Mack in the back of the van? Can't wait for him to wake up and save Aaron tomorrow, there'll be a crash." Another said, "Mack's not dead till body turns up, fake out coming." A third person questioned, "Is Mack dead or not? Will we find out tomorrow? I think that he will live." Someone else wrote, "No goodbye video" from the official Emmerdale account, which makes me a bit suspicious. Maybe, just maybe, Mack is lying unconscious in John's van and that he will be kept hostage for a few weeks until we see him again. Prior to the apparent body in the back of the van being shown, fans had questioned whether John had even hit Mack with the rock. One said, "I bet he chickened out at last second and the rock didn't hit Mack." Another said, "I reckon he's using the rock to break the arrow tip to take it out of Mack." Someone else speculated, just like with Nate, Mack won't be found for ages. Unless he's not dead and appears for John's downfall. That would be good. Another had teased, "Mack will be tied up in a barn somewhere, methinks." Others suggested that they believe he is dead though. One wrote, "Oh my God, what an intense episode. Mack really is dead after all. Actually shocked it was so soon." Cast member Lawrence, 34, who joined Emmerdale in 2020, previously teased that his character could face a very bleak outcome. Asked if he could be the one to bring John down, he said, "Look, Terry's certainly a chance. Mackenzie has the capability to bring John down. If he does, well, that remains to be seen. But Terry's potentially a very bleak outcome on the horizon." Speaking about working with co-star Oliver, he said, "Oh, he's great. What a lovely boy. I've said that several times. I phoned him a couple of weeks ago, just to say how I thought he was doing such a great job, because, you know, playing a psycho like that, it is not easy. And I do think he's doing a great job. And he is just the most loveliest man. It is surreal working with someone in such a relative close proximity for a while, and to really get to know them better and to just have a laugh with them, but then do some not very nice scenes." Asked if it could be the end of the road for Mack and Charity, whose romance has been rocked in recent episodes, the actor teased, "It's not looking good." Whilst Mackenzie has got the argument with Charity on his plate, he's also got a pretty critical moment with John on his plate as well. And, combine these two things and it does not spell good things. Emmerdale continues tomorrow night from 7:30 p.m. on ITV and ITVX.